Nowadays, technology is an essential part of our way of life. Think about all the devices you use every day and compare the kind of innovations that you can use to those that existed 100 years ago. Maybe in those days there was no internet or no computers, or maybe the transport wasn't done as easily and efficiently as today. So technology makes our life more pleasant and more comfortable. It improves our quality of life. It helps us to improve our standard of living. And that's why many people think that technology can improve our situation and is linked with progress. Progress is a very important concept. Progress refers to a change to a better situation. But this is a question that we should think carefully. Is it true that technology always is progress? Does all kind of technology help us to live in a better world? Not always. Technology has its bright side, but it also has a very dark side. Think about weapons, for example. Today, there are extremely complicated and technologically advanced weapons that can kill millions of people. And that is hardly an advance to a better world. But you needn't think about the war to discover how technology has a bad impact on us sometimes. Our technology also creates pollution. It uses incredible amounts of energy and raw materials, and it pollutes our environment and is contributing to climate change. So, how can we decide if a technological innovation is positive or not? First of all, you should take into account that all technological advances and also scientific research is not neutral. Scientists and engineers, when they are doing their research, try to obtain certain goals. They try to achieve certain objectives. Think about a company, for example, a company that innovates and creates technological advances. What is their main interest? A company might be interested in making money, in making profit, which is a very legitimate objective, but it cannot be the only goal to be pursued, because if we do that and we forget that our innovations can have harmful consequences, then we are not moving towards a real progress. If a company tries to obtain a benefit from a technological innovation, this company should also take into account the consequences for the people. Is that innovation going to improve our quality of life? Is it really going to benefit us? How can we decide about this difficult topic? Well, the basic criteria to evaluate this is to check if an innovation respects human rights. Is this innovation helping us to improve our situation as human beings? Is it respecting human dignity? If the answer is yes, then the innovation can be considered a real progress. If the answer is no, then it might be technically advanced and it can produce a lot of money, but it is not a real progress. It is actually a problem because it is making our life more difficult. This is why many companies have created ethical codes. An ethical code is a set of rules that everybody in the company or the institution must follow, and that tells you what can and what cannot be done, which are our duties, our obligations in the development of our research. There is also another very important thing to take into account, which is the limits of our current model of development. The way we live has limits. We cannot continue living like that because our planet is finite. It has limits. And we are overusing natural resources. We are polluting our planet. And we are also contributing to change the climate, which can have catastrophic consequences for the future. Moreover, we are responsible not only of our own lives, but also of the good lives of future generations. This means that technology and science also have an ethical dimension, and we should take all these things into account when we develop new innovations.